Are you serious? Are you serious? Guys, there's a lot of stuff going on. I want to welcome all of you spontaneously going live again for the fourth time today. And there's so much big prophecy news taking place that we just keep coming back to you. And certainly this one is huge. The Russians, the Chinese are in Cuba. So I'm talking soldiers. And actually, you're not going to hear this in your mainstream media, but our inside information we have is that the Chinese are basically running security in Havana at the airport, and the Russians are allowed to just flow in, and they're setting back. They're kind of in the background. Now, the Russians and the Chinese have already done a lot of military drills together as it relates to this. Remember, Russia's in Venezuela. Looks like China is going to take over Cuba and proxy prop up fake governments. In other words, the Russians are propping up Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela, and the Chinese will prop up whoever they want to prop up in Cuba.
Don't forget, they just took out a Christian president in Haiti.
Yes, and the Haitian president who was assassinated was a Christian, and so they're going. And now they've put in a different situation, a total different regime leader there now, the prime minister taking over. All of this is happening right at our doorstep, and it's all part of a new world order. It's all part of the new world order, and COVID apparently plays a role in all this. Now, as we're looking at these things, I just did a video. Oh, and by the way, we're being squeezed, I think, by Canada, and not the Canadian people, because a lot of our online church followers are Canadians. It's the regimes. Anytime I mention America doing something anymore, it's not the American Christians or the American people, it's the regimes. And that's what they are now. And I'm sitting right here in Washington, D.C., realizing I'm in the middle of a swamp. It is actually a swamp. It's a hornet's nest. It's all right. So the Canadians are squeezing us from the top, and it looks like the Chinese are going to squeeze us from the bottom out of Cuba. And you can feel the submarines surrounding us on both coasts. And I'm not saying I'll probably get hunted down for saying that. I see them in both coasts squeezing us, including the Gulf of Mexico. And actually, this is really weird, Heidi. I'm going to say this now, and I hope I don't get hunted down by the NSA. But I see some kind of weird, small, drone-like submarines in Lake Michigan. I don't know if they're Russian or Chinese or both. They've come up through the Hudson River, they've come out of the Atlantic, they went down the Hudson River, and they made their way all the way to Lake Michigan. If that's possible, I guess it is. I see them in Lake Michigan. That's right. They are unmanned submarines, small ones. I see them. Now, nobody told me about it. I'm just saying I see them in the spirit. Now, I just tell you what I'm going to do. I can't say no more about this subject, or because I'm going way over the top here. Can I put a shout out to noblegoldinvestment.com? That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Now, inflation isn't something we just heard about for a while. It's here. Matter of fact, last month, the inflation rate in the United States, the highest it's been in 29 years. You heard me right, 29 years. You got to go back to 1992 and George H.W. Bush. He lost the election and Bill Clinton took over. And that was at the moment that inflation was at almost a hyperinflation rate. It was certainly surging. That's a big problem, folks, for all of us with food and gas and everything else going up. It's terrible if you're planning on retiring anytime soon. You need to put an inflation dam up to stop it from wiping out the value of your savings or your IRA or your retirement funds, your 401k, what have you. It's not too late. Just go to www.noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Or pick up the phone right now and call Colin Plume or one of his associates at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. Tell them Pastor Begley sent you over there. If you do, and if you set up a gold IRA from American Eagle, Colin will give you this beautiful 1 ounce pure silver, I mean, gorgeous Liberty coin proof that is just absolutely gorgeous. 1 ounce is a pure silver. He'll give it to you for free as a gift for signing up with him and getting and really helping yourself out. Okay, that's noblegoldinvestment.com. Red Dawn is Red Dawn. You're right, guys. We read about all these things in the book of Revelation. We understand that the end times are here. We know that we're starting to sense this new world order that's being developed. And I've got books in my private library that, all the way back from David Rockefeller when he set up the Trilateral Commission and the Commission of Foreign, let's see, what's that thing called? I forgot the name of it now, of Foreign Relations, Council on Foreign Relations. He set these things up himself, and they are still prevalent today, and they really have a new world order agenda. All of it is happening, including the United Nations and their Agenda 2030, and now the Green New Deal, and now the climate chaos, I should say climate control, if you will, that's taking place. And all of this is creating confusion. But now we see armies moving and getting in position. And you have to understand something about China. China is the biggest imperialistic nation in the history of the world. And this is the 100th anniversary of their new communist government. Europe fell asleep and became super socialist communists, and they didn't even know what hit them. I mean, they just fell asleep. This EU just fell asleep. And now America has fallen asleep. And it's really sad, but it's bringing about biblical prophecy and the soon coming of Jesus Christ. Here's what I want you to do. Go right now to my app, New Apocalypse Watch. I have an unbelievable information that I can't share here on China taking over Cuba. I got info there that's going to blow your mind. I just posted the app. I just posted it on my app. When you go to New Apocalypse Watch, go to New Apocalypse Watch, newapocalypsewatch.com. Go there right now, either on your phone or on your computer, because you don't have to have a phone. You can do it right off your computer. Go there right now and subscribe to the New Apocalypse Watch. It's only $6 a month. But there you'll get tons of information around the clock, around the watch. Each hour, you click on the hour, it shows you lots of articles that have been linked directly to it. So all you do is click on the links and you can go straight to them and read them. We've done all the work for you. My son, Bart Begley, doing a phenomenal job keeping that updated around the clock. And then the video I just did is in the video section. Click on the video section, watch the video. China taking over Cuba. It's huge, huge information. And you want to do this right now, folks. You want to do that right now. And be sure you be sure. And Sadi Wilt, you're correct that we have put in what's called the 1,000 megatron torpedoes. We've got them. We've got submarines, nuclear subs, and torpedoes everywhere in the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean to protect our coast. Everywhere. That didn't stop the Russians from setting just off the coast of California. That didn't stop the Russians from parking a bunch of subs and just off the coast off the Gulf of Mexico. That doesn't stop the Russians and now the Chinese from sitting 90 miles off our coast with submarines and even battleships in Cuba. That hasn't stopped the Russians from having submarines along the east coast of the Atlantic. And you can know this, all of that defense system, it hasn't stopped the Russians from sending submarines through the Hudson River, all the way down to the Lake Michigan. We're not going to shoot any of them. We've been looking at them for 20 years. We've allowed them to come to these places. You have to understand, you can have the greatest military in the world, but what good is it if the guys at the top are calling the shots and are saying, stand down, stand down, stand down? This is what people don't get. It doesn't matter. All of the sophisticated equipment in the world doesn't do a bit of good if it's not used. If it's just, what is it for? It's just there. We're not using it, and we're letting our enemies swim right on past them, right up, and they're parked all along our coast. Trust me, they are. I don't want to say no more. Go to my app. Go to my app. Go to my app. Somebody put the app up there. Somebody post the app in the chat room if you would. One of my wonderful moderators that I have. And people, please go right now and subscribe to the new Apocalypse Watch. It's the best app. We have more articles posted there than Drudge, and we have all of it sorted for you, identified, scoured over the earth, and put in the right categories. So you just click on the hour of the clock around the watch and have it all ready for you. It's just unbelievable. Okay, just do that right now. We're running out of time, folks. Give your life to Jesus Christ before it's too late. Seriously, it's almost over, and I don't think people understand just how dangerous things are getting, just how close we are to the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ. And you don't want to wait too late. Go to the New Apocalypse Watch. That's www.newapocalypsewatch.com. I'll see if I can do it. There it is. Click on it right there. It takes you there. Sign up. Thank you. Robert says, Paul is right. All I can say is Red Dawn incoming. Yeah. Read my book, Mark of the Beast, RFID. You'll find out exactly what China and Russia's role will be in this new world order. New world order. Are you saved?